Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So something I've spoken about from time to time on the channel is how bloated the right-click context menu is starting to become on Windows 11, which is opposite to what Microsoft actually wanted when Windows 11 was launched a couple of years ago with a clean, minimal right-click context menu. So currently, just as an example, if I head into my File Explorer, and we right click on a file or an image, we can see things are starting to look quite long and cluttered, where when Windows 11 first rolled out, it was a lot more slimmed down and minimal, which was Microsoft's actual goal. And it seems now with all the new features that have been added, things are starting to get a little bit out of hand. So basically, you've got a very long list of actions, plus you've got an overflow with show more options, as we can see. So things are looking quite busy in that right-click context menu of Windows 11. And if we have a closer look, as we can see, we can open with photos. And then if we head to open with, we've got another photos entry. And then you've got another photos entry. So there's basically 3 photos entries in one context menu, just to mention photos as an example. So quite a lot of bloat has crept in. Now, with all that out of the way, it does seem that Microsoft has acknowledged that the current right-click context menu in File Explorer is getting a little bit cluttered and a little bit too long with that list of actions. It seems that Microsoft's solution is to add context-aware nested menus based on the type of file, which ideally would reduce the length of the context menu while allowing developers to add useful secondary actions. So just to demonstrate, if we just head over to an image provided regarding how Microsoft is going to be attempting to resolve this issue. Once again, using the photos as an example. That's why I mentioned photos a short while ago. So here we can see all photos app-related options will now be grouped under Open with Photos. And the secondary menu will show all related options when you hover. So things like Paint 3D, Snipping Tool. So basically what Microsoft is going to be attempting with this is to make things a lot less cluttered and more organized and just introduce a better workflow. So basically what Microsoft is attempting to do with this possible change is, first of all, is that Microsoft is wanting to prevent menus from stacking similar items into a single vertical list as mentioned, as it currently is. And the second is that it wants to make options more adaptive and show only the options that are relevant to the selected file. So as an example, open with photos, you get Paint 3D, Snipping Tool related to photos. Now currently this hasn't even made it to the Insider program yet. And this new so-called split context menu is still under very early development. But I thought this was interesting because the context menu in Windows 11, as far as I'm concerned, has not been up to scratch and up to par. So it's going to be interesting to see if this is actually something that will be useful at the end of the day and functional. But nonetheless, if I get more info, I'll keep you guys posted. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.